I just got reminded by a Facebook post that tagged me about an old project which I took care of. It was a cultural center in Vienna, Austria, and it was for a small NPO NGO. And I had absolutely no experience in the culture center, or culture field, or in the arts, none at all. And I was the one to handle that center, build it up from scratch, from absolutely nothing. And we managed to build it in like 1 year, 1.5 years, to be one of the best secret spots of the city where artists really fought and deliberately worked on being allowed to present their art, the music, and everything there. It was a top secret spot in the art scene where you had to be invited to get there because it was a small location. We could only accommodate like 100 guests. And so it very fast became a place where you had to know someone who was already in to be allowed to come by. And the person who was already a member had to vouch for you, so that if you did anything wrong, caused any trouble or anything, the person that vouched for you would also lose access, which made it a bit more of a get together where people watched out who got in. That was how we managed to keep a good culture and everything back then. And like, who's polite, who's nice, who's going to be friendly, who's not going to get too drunk, who's not going to harass or be mean to girls or anything like that. We wanted a friendly, nice community that even if you didn't know the other people, you felt this is a community where I can feel at home. I always said it should be an art inspired place where you feel like you're partying in the living room of a friend. That was kind of the vibe I was going for back then, which I'm pretty happy I managed to succeed from all I hear from the people who were there. I declined any offers of interviews back then. I wanted it to be an underground location. And I got from newspaper and culture magazines like 1, 2, 3 at least interview questions for per month at least. And now that I got reminded of it, like it was 10, 15 years ago, one of the few ways that made it possible at the beginning was that I did the unscalable stuff. That I did stuff that was counterintuitive to most other people. For example, we had the culture center open from Friday evening to Monday morning. I had like not every time, but often. And I said, we're going to be open until like at least 6 a.m. on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And sometimes we had this little location and there was the DJ playing, or I was running music, or there was art exhibits, and there were only 2 or 3 people in the location. It was like, hey, this is a complete negative. You should close it for today. It's not going to get any better. And I remember I was sitting there, I took my books, I was sitting at the bar, I was reading until like 4 or 5 a.m. Nobody was there. And I was told, hey, that's not a way to handle it. And I said, I will do it this way because I know 2 DJs and 3 or 4 artists will come from another party, from another event at like 4 a.m. And they will come and they will hear, hey, it's open. And if they come and I close it because nothing is going on, they will tell everyone else, well, I was there, it was closed. They will never come again. Never will they come again. But if I'm open, even though nothing is going on, they will tell all their friends about that location that they went to that was completely empty, where nothing was going on, but it was open. And they would tell their friends after parties, after venues, after art exhibits, like, hey, I know that place, they always have open. They are always open. We can go and check it out. And that's how it started. It took like 6 to 10 weeks. I think that was the time, 6 to 10 weeks. And after that, we had to schedule that, hey, we don't allow non members anymore. We don't allow non members to enter. You have to be a member to join, and you have a member to vouch for you to become a member. Because at that point, we became so well known that waitresses from other clubs, that artists from other clubs, that international DJs, after they had their paid gig, came to us and said, hey, I would like, please, can I get a slot at your place? I'm gonna pay you for that. And we did it all underground. No, what is it called? For those events, for the member events, we made no uh, ads, no marketing. Well, marketing, it was marketing, but it was another type of marketing. What I mean was we did no promotions for that. And I really learned back in those days with that project how important it is to have a long-term vision of where you want to stand, how you want your brand to be, how you want to be perceived, and what word of mouth works, how it works, and how important it is to position yourself in the correct terms. It's like, it was a crazy time. I really liked it. It was really, really awesome. Thank you all to the people, to the artists. We had tattoo artists doing live stuff. We had painters, we had sculptors, we had DJs, we had live bands, rock music, we had Goa, we had all of these different movie. We had movie creators, filmographers, videographers present. We had the light artists, like all different kind of stuff where we did really unique stuff, from complete student artists that had their first exhibit to musicians that had their first little concerts, to international stars and well-known names that would handle underground events just for special groups of, like, venue owners, museum exhibitors, and so on. Right? It was a really crazy time, really, really crazy time. I thank all the people that were part of this. And with that, I just wanted to reiterate the importance of having a long-term vision for your brand and where you want to position yourself, and how the psychology of the people that you want to be your guests or customers to perceive you, and how they think and how it will work. I had absolutely everyone talk bad in the beginning about, yeah, you see, it's empty. That's not going to work. He's making a minus and so on. But it worked very well for me long term. That's just what I wanted to have you know. Okay, bye.